Hey everybody, welcome back to the social media content agency training, how to build it properly. In this training video, we're going to go over kind of the outskirts of how to create content copy. I started out doing this myself, still do it sometimes, but you eventually you'll probably hire somebody and train them how to do it. So create some SOPs in the process of doing this. But let's get into how we write the content copy based on their strategy, right? So let's go right into it. So content copy, you're going to first thing you're going to do is open up ChatGPT. It works great and helps you with it. Open up a Google Doc because you're going to want to put all of their copy into one Google document. Create a new folder. And then I said Google Doc. Sorry, it's actually Google Drive. Just screwing these trainings up left and right, aren't I? Open up Google Drive. So my apologies. And you're going to have a client folder created for them. So let's get back to it. Cool. Then open a new folder, label it with the weekly dates. Like what's that week of content? Like if it's June 1st through June 7th, right? Label that as the weekly dates for content. And then put a new document with the same dates on it. Each document, I like to put their logo at the top just because it keeps me in mind as to like that's the client I'm working on at the moment, so I don't mess up. And then yeah, I said that add logo at the top of the page. Okay. So for each day, okay, that you're writing the copy, okay, you're going to add the date, you're going to add the content category, which we'll go over the categories and is in another training. Then you're going to add a link to the creative into Google Drive. So when you get done with the creative, like the graphic design, you'll upload it to Google Drive and you'll link it back into this one document. So when you send the client to review all the content, it's all going to be in one document. And they can see the creative from one document. They can see it all in one document. You're not sending them a folder that they have to dig through everything. Everything's in one place. And then add the copy in there, right? So the copy that you created, you're going to add that in there as well, so they can see what you're actually going to say on the social media post. And we'll pull up some examples here in a moment. So use ChatGPT to create the copy. You're going to use prompts to ask questions. You're going to prompt it to be like, hey, can you write a social media content post for this client talking about this problem, right? Only use 750 characters, add emojis, provide relevant hashtags. You're going to prompt ChatGPT to do these things so that they know that, hey, I need to, it needs to start outlining this stuff. Okay. I would never do more than 750 characters. That's just too much copy for a social media content post. So always have it do 750 or less. All right. Tweak the copy to match the client tone. So ChatGPT is not perfect. Very rarely has it produced something and I go, I like this, and then kept it. You're going to have to go through and tweak it and make sure it matches the client tone, but it will help you generate the ideas faster. You can ask it to redo something and say, could you give me a different marketing angle to think about? And it will give you a different marketing angle to think about and help you create fresh copy. Don't copy and paste unless if it's like the rare occasion it's darn near perfect. Don't copy and paste directly from ChatGPT and call it a day. You're doing a disservice to your clients. Take the time to tweak it. It takes 10 minutes. It's worth the 10 minutes, maybe less, right? Use blog posts to help create copy for content. So dig around. Let's say you're creating some educational content for them, and let's say if they have a website with blog post, pull content from there, copy the whole blog post, throw it into ChatGPT, and say, hey, could you write a social media post based on this blog that educate homeowners on this or educates customers on this? And then put your prompts in there like that. And we'll do an example here in another training, but this is just kind of overview of it all. All right. So yeah, client example here. So we can pull up some client examples. So this is a client that we have. This is what it looks like. Okay. So inside the folder, June 2023 social post, and these are the dates, June 12th to June 16th. All right. Here's the document you're going to be putting everything in. And I apologize, it's actually not showing. Let me share this real quick. Let's see. I'm messing up this training video here. Remove. Let's try again. Present, share screen, share window. That would be better. That. All right, here we go. So there we go. So inside your folder here, here's the graphic design post that we're done. Instructions, we'll get into that later. But here is the the sheet in which you're putting all the copy and stuff in. This is what you're going to end up sending to them directly. A lot of access to this other stuff. They want to look at it, but this is what you're going to send to them directly. So when you open it up, it looks like this. Okay. And we're going to blow this up a little bit. Okay. This is actually a client of mine. Doesn't mind me sharing. So I'm going to share you. So here's the categories here that we do. That's educational, testimonial and reviews, showcase, social proof. What if it's an offer? Like if we're just doing an offer to the market, like offering your services, customer journey, their systems, their processes, how they set expectations for customers. You're talking about that in your content, and then employee highlights. And what I like to do is I try to hit at least one of these categories here every week. Okay, this one's optional. Don't have to, but I love to hit this, at least one of each. And then from there, it's deciding like, hey, we need more educational content. We need more project showcases or social proof. We need to put more offers out to the market. We need to talk more about how we do things. Like that's based on content feedback. That's based on client feedback saying, hey, you know, and then also just gives you a metric and a way to track saying like this month we did 10 educational posts. We did 15 social proof, you know, whatever. You can see how many you did every month and track that as well. So you know that if your strategy is working or not. It's just another data point to put in. Okay. This link here is just this. If I click this link, it goes directly into the Meta Business Suite. So I'm not having to fish for it. They can also go into it as well. And then here's how I put it. So here we've got the date here. Here's the category. This is an offer post. Okay. And then the creatives here, which I'm going to be honest, I thought it was already linked, but it's not. So we're going to link it really quick. I'll show you how it's linked. Let's see if I can get the link real quick. Yep. So we're going to come right here. And I'm going to copy this here for the creative, and I'm going to hit paste, and we're going to tab it out. Boom. So now they can see right here what it is. All right, and it's all put in one folder. And then the copy's right here. So here's your copy, the words going above it here. Okay. I always put their contact info and their website on there. Always. Every single time it goes to the bottom, and then hashtags. And here's the thing about hashtags, and you need to do your research on that. See how you want to look at how many posts they have. But at the end of the day, for hashtags, make sure you're anywhere between 10 and 15 is fine. If you can, if you can put the hashtag inside the actual copy itself, it's very effective as well, right? Because then it's when people search for that hashtag and they see it inside the copy, it gives it some relevance to that sentence and that hashtag. So keep that in mind. If you can put them inside here, it works great. So like one thing we could do would be like make this split rail fences like this, hashtag it, and then it's all like so if somebody search for split rail fences, that may pop up there. Okay, keep that in mind. So I put all in there, then I separate and I go back down to the next one. All right. So obviously we need to link it to the next post. So we're gonna come down here. I'm gonna get the link and pop in here. And then we will post it there. All right. So now I can see that this content piece, graphic design, is going to go with this copy, and it's an educational content. Okay. It's not necessarily a call to action, educational content. And then here's my hashtags down there. All right. So you can see how this is done inside this document. And then all you got to do is take this, copy link, and then share it out to the client. Go, hey, content's done for the week. Check it out. Let me know if you need to make any changes. And if they're good to go, then you'll copy and paste this inside the Meta Business Suite. So super simple there on that whole process. And if you got any questions, let me know. But now let's see what we got. Let me get into, we'll do it in a separate training. We'll do a separate training where I'll walk you through actually how to create the copy using ChatGPT. We'll make that a training by itself. So if you got any questions, but that's how you do the copy part of it. And that's how you put it inside and create that document and folder. That's basically, this is the SOP on how to do that. And yeah, that's how you get started with it. Let me know if you got questions.